I would say each of them had their own motives for doing it. I didn't put them under a spell or slip GHB into their Red Bull. Put your shoulders back. In fact, a lot of them came to me after they saw the shots I did. That's great right there.
So they were so blown away by your photography that they came to you and they begged you to photograph them in the buff and then post their pictures on the net.
It's not a porn thing like you're making it out to be.
Did you have sex with these girls?
There were rules.
Rules? Really?
I would never shoot the same girl twice. I would never post anything that would reveal their faces. These are simple rules that I came up with so I wouldn't end up in a situation like this. And the most important rule was no sex, just pictures.
We found 10 girls on the site. Does that sound about right? Honey Delight, Ruby Satin, Sherry Licious. Where'd you get these names?
Lipsticks.
Their favorite shade? So, since we can't see their faces, why don't you just tell us who they really are?
It was agreed that their names were going to remain out of this.
How many of them were underage again?
None of them are underage. I've said that a number of times. They're all my year.
Can you prove that?
Stop. Now, are you going to charge him with a crime or not?
I'm still trying to work that out.
What is there to work out? No one has leveled a charge against Jordan, and no one's even come forward to admit that they're on the site. So the only thing that you're going to accomplish by letting this out of closed doors is to tarnish Xavier's reputation.
And not to mention your family's good name.
Huh. Well, I'm sure the press will love it, but it's not in the best interest of Xavier.
Dean Mullen, it's your call. If you want me to pursue this, I will.
I don't think that'll be necessary, Detective. Jordan, I think I speak for both your parents and myself when I say that you have placed us in an extremely precarious position. Your father has rendered invaluable counsel service to this school over the years, not to mention our personal friendship. And even so, after speaking to the headmaster and the trustees, the only solution we can come up with is expulsion.
Deep down, I didn't care that the pictures got me kicked out. Or that they landed me here, Edgerton High. 3 miles from Xavier, but it felt more like a million. My name's Jordan Wells. A marketer's report on me would read something like this: rich, privileged, future doctor, future lawyer, future somebody. It would be accurate, but incomplete. It probably wouldn't include confused, indecisive, lacks confidence. Kids like me, our lives don't happen by accident. They're scripted very tightly. At Edgerton, I thought I could loosen things up a bit. The record will show that I started my new school on September 23rd. I enrolled in some AP classes, joined the photo club, figured I'd just fly under the radar for a while.
Now, listen, here's my problem.
Write my own story.
Memorandum on Monday. Jordan.
Of course, my dad had a few ideas of his own.
Look at this. Yeah, all right, well, keep me posted because I want to close by next week. All right, bye-bye. What do you think?
It's an art school for troubled kids.
Whose funding is on the chopping block. I'm considering chairing their foundation. I was thinking you and I could co-chair.
I don't really know anything about chairing a foundation, Dad.
Well, so what? Jordan, getting decent grades in chem lab and world studies might move your resume to the top of the stack if you're looking to make a career steaming milk at some coffee bar. But if you aspire to greater heights, Jordan, then you've got to distinguish yourself from the pack.
Fine.
Fine. Your friend Desiree chaired the chocolate ball at the club last winter. Why don't you give her a call? Maybe she could help us.
I'll think about it. I want to make sure it's worth my time.
How could it not be? We're talking about saving an art school for city kids. I mean, come on.
Well, it's not the kids. If I'm going to be putting in the hours, I want to make sure you're really in with this. I'm a busy girl.
You're still at your dad's office?
Yeah. I'm officially a New Vision's justice professional.
Which is, what, a glorified name for someone who delivers coffee to the assistant DAs?
Huh. Lunches, too. Yeah, and I pick up their laundry. You know, there's a lot of aspects to fighting crime. Which brings us back to you. How did Ben talk you into this?
This?
Yeah, this. Art project, museum kids, and... I mean, I bet your little sabotage effort really knocked him on his ass. And don't bother telling me that's not what it was. I know you. Sometimes even better than you know yourself.
Then I bet you know the answer, Des.
Jordan, they just want what's best for you. Is that so bad?
I guess not.
Get that shot, bitch?
If you were at the game that night, you would have noticed her too. We all have ways of showing our defiance. She flashed hers like a roadside attraction, daring you to drive by without taking a look. Of course I wanted to shoot her the moment I saw her. She had everything I look for in a subject. Loneliness. Mystery. You guys look miserable. Okay, yearbooks for a lifetime with smile. A lot of kids hide who they really are. They become masters at doing it. Behind perfect GPAs. Behind fixed smiles. Designer clothes. The kids they hang out with. Some have been hiding so long they don't know who they are anymore. That's what I've tried to find with my camera. Who they really are.
She should tell him the doctor's going to come. She just told him the truth. Oh my God, we had like
My mom's making me sad.
Any recommendation on a good read?
By a woman, about a woman, but required reading for men.
The Awakening. Doesn't this end with a suicidal drowning? It's like the ultimate form of sleeping. It's kind of a contrast, wouldn't you say?
Edna awakened to the fact that in her society she was nothing more than chattel. And her mentor, Mademoiselle Rice, taught her that the artist must possess a courageous soul which dares and defies. She felt like the only way she could courageously act in such a society was to refuse to live in it, to defy it by death.
That's a very fair assessment. But wouldn't you say the ending's kind of weak?
You'd do it differently?
Sure, I'd fake my own death, set up shop on some tropical island.
You'd run away.
I would live to fight another day, and paint many, many more.
We're out. Shay, you coming?
No, I think I'm gonna stay and finish this.
Whatever.
What's your name?
Jordan Wells.
Shay Betancourt.
What are you doing after school today?
Do you have a car?